It's the 25th of May 1982, and two pairs of Argentinian jets roar, led by Captain Pablo Carballo, and he and his men are flying old and poorly equipped ships HMS Coventry and HMS Broadsword. The Argentinians have captured the Falkland port onto them. The Argentinians know that two ships have moved closer to the island, undetected by British radar.
Entrando a tu rango, no escalen por ninguna razón.
Reach the enemy's radar range. The two ships are equipped with advanced anti-air missile is to stay low. On board HMS Coventry, Captain Dave recently launched on a mission, but he's unaware that this time his worst fears.
Full contacts bearing 225, range 30.
Captain Hart, and swiftly, the mighty Sea Dart's surface-to-air missiles turn to bear, of course.
Isla de Borbón adelante. Mantenete abajo y seguime.
With expert flying, the Argentinians disappear.
Contacts lost over Pebble Island.
It's precisely what Captain Hart died. Now, they'll only be able to fire once, if they're lucky. Hart Dyke's broadsword is equipped with shorter-range Seawolf missiles, better suited for a close range for cover of the land. His planes have no radar and no warning systems, but Carlos Rinque make the charge and accelerate to maximum speed while light up their radar.
Two hostiles bearing 192 low level.
To add to the condone,
Captain, friendly aircraft 20 miles out.
a British plane and enemies in the same airspace.
Turn the Harrier away. Shoot missiles.
But the enemy low, mere feet from the sea. Carballo's canopy is covered in sea. Aboard the Coventry, the men's hearts race as they see the enemy getting ever close, feels the dread of a wrong decision. Pray can see the targets. The Skyhawks are flying so close, the Seawolf's radar detects them as they come towards them. But then, the single contact splits into two.
Missiles are not responding. Restart them.
There's no time. Lookouts aboard HMS Coventry's deck guns turn to bear and open fire, soon joined by the... Carballo sees the splashes of the shells striking the sea, and the tracers of is right there. He can taste victory, but the shell...
¡Cambiar otro!
He orders to swap targets, setting his sights on Broadsword by her deck as they line up their pass. The two Skyhawks pull the triggers and they'll onto the ocean surface. It redirects them upwards as they bounce, skipping down towards them. One bomb hits the sea and sinks short of the broadsword. It's deflected upwards and it bursts out of the deck. It flies on, tumbling as it falls into the sea. But they're not done yet. Coming in behind them is the second flight. At first, they are equipped with less powerful but more reliable 250-kilogram bombs. Captain Hart Dyke orders an immediate turn to starboard to allow the missiles to fire, and the Sea Darts turn directly towards them.
Shoot!
There's a... Just as it does, Velasco and his wingman fly lower and lower. Missile goes straight. The sailors are aghast as the missile loses track, but his eyes are locked on HMS Coventry. As he fly in towards them, sailors nervously stare at blank screens. As the screens come to life and the sailors get to work, the Skyhawks are detected and appear on the scene on their screens. They see HMS Coventry sail at all targets. They've blocked the only missiles that could actually fire. The broadsword. In the Skyhawks, Velasco and Barranuevo are approaching their target. Captain Hart Dyke orders all turrets fire at will. Cannons and machine guns join in, is sending its shells towards the sea. The men realize the sights are misaligned. Their gun jams. The men desperately try to fix it as the Argentinian planes close fire with their rifles. The sea churns and splashes as everything the British echo over the intercom and commanding for the inevitable. Velasco sees the enemy ship fill his view, and body of lead across the ship's deck and superstructure. He holds the trigger down as lazily across the air before slamming into HMS Coventry with force. Low thunks, but there's no explosion. The second A-4 roars over. The men start to get back up, looking around with fear and confusion. Avoids. The bombs detonate. Two huge explosions rock HMS. Smoke pouring from the Coventry. They've done it. One explosion right under the bridge breaks a massive hole in the side of the ship's room, where all the operators and Captain Hart Dyke were working. They set electrical and propulsion power from the ship. Captain Hart Dyke can destruction. Screams fill the air. He tries to see who daggers to his feet and realizes the ship is listing. He attempts to use his Captain Hart Dyke slowly works his way through the smoke and corridors as he listens to the ship to find an exit and emerges into the cool air of the South Atlantic. Now he's met by an extremely professional evacuation. His team of fellow sailors from the smoke-filled cabins and provide medical attention on deck as others Hart Dyke feels the deck shift beneath his feet, sit down on the rapidly listing hull, while others abandon the ship. On the upturned hull of the Coventry. He casts one last, and finally, as a last man board, he enters the last. Due to the professionalism of the British, 170 survivors would be picked up from the water and lost their lives in the battle. All of the Argentinian pilots did not turn the tide of the war. For another great modern air battle, check out this.